This is my second day of cycling in the Netherlands in May 2009. I didn't film this, but I cycled from Delft through The Hague and I got to the coast here, and you have to forgive me if I mispronounce this. Scheveningen. So just a few shots of the seaside here. And this is the start of the ride. I'm going to follow this North Sea route, which is the North Sea route which goes around the whole of the North Sea. But this is on the outskirts of The Hague. So some traditional cycling paths just to get you warmed up. And this is looking back from The Hague, and as it rounds, following around the route to the coast. So pretty soon you're into the countryside, and this is the only build-up area. It's just this cycleway, no roads. It's very nice. So you can see where I started there. And basically it's just mile after mile of sand dunes with this cycleway going through it. So you just see the bit of the coast here, but most of the time you're not really by the coast. You're slightly inland. So no houses. It's almost got a very remote feel. So even though you're going parallel to The Hague and Leiden and the Amsterdam corridor, which is all built up with motorways, this is the coastal section, so it's almost a different world. So here you can see all these sand dunes. Quite a lot of it's fenced in to protect them. And I must go back about a mile. There's my bike. And I was taking this, I was going one-handed with this shot. So you can see there are a few bikes there, but there's not too many people. This is midweek. So beautiful flat cycleway. It does undulate a little bit, but nothing serious. So I'm trying to turn around and cycle at the same time. This was day 2 of my 4-day stay in the Netherlands. I'd done the Zeeland ride the day before, which is 75 miles and this was going to be another long day. What I planned to do was ride up the coast along the tracks here and then head back in and head back to Delft inland, which I did in the end of the day, but I shouldn't really have done that. What I should have done was I should have carried on north and just carried along the coast and the North Sea route and gone as far as Alkmaar and then got the train back, which I think would have been better. But you can see from these shots here, the weather wasn't that great that day. It was dry, but it was cloudy. I also wanted to see the tulip fields because that's just inland from here, and of course very famous. But unfortunately I think you need to be there kind of like late March and early April time to see it, because when I got to see them it was basically a lot of dead flowers, so I didn't see very much at all, and I was a bit disappointed. So next time I'll do it differently. What I'll do is hopefully I'll come again to the Netherlands, maybe not next year or the year after, but eventually I will come back. I plan to go and do the northern part and then come down the North Sea trail, and then I'll get the train back and I'll do as much as I can in a day. Anyway, I got off the trail here at Zandvoort and headed back to Haarlem and then back inland. So this is the end of the film, and that's the end of the trail here. It wasn't so interesting, the inland trip back, so I haven't really filmed very much. Now this I took at the end of the day. I drove back to the seaside to have an evening meal, and this is the same day. You can see the weather was a lot more improved, and that's basically the way I went up along the coast there. So that's it for this movie. Check out my other Dutch movies. They're all different but interesting rides.